Hello, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to retarget in Blender. The process is pretty easy. Even the final process where you have it in 3ds Max is pretty easy. So let's just get right into it. So first of all, you're going to need Blender. 2.93.3 works. I don't think the version matters that much. And another thing you're going to need, which is extremely important, is Rococo Studio Live plugin for Blender. Make sure you make an account. It's free. It's completely free. The plugin is free. The plugin is really good and basically lets you retarget instantly. What would take hours of work takes like 3 minutes, 1 minute. And then another thing you're going to need is the Havoc content tools. LANZ's tutorial has a link to Google Drive that has the Havoc content tools within. And just install that for your version of 3ds Max, which you are also going to need. It's from a failed attempt at recording. Basically, you're going to need 3ds Max 2014 specifically. It is the best version. Well, I don't think it's the best, but it's the one that everybody uses. You're also going to need the Helper Manager script, which you can get from here. Just look it up. Just look up Helper Manager 3ds Max tool. You're also going to need Havoc Max for importing and exporting HTX files, which is also very important if you actually want to retarget any animation. And that's pretty much it. I will have some links down in the description in case you don't know what to look for. So let's begin. The first thing you're going to need is, well, the player skeleton, obviously, so that you can actually retarget using Blender. And what you want to do is set the bone size to 0.1, preserve hierarchy, apply, and then replace the player skeleton with bones. See, I already did this before. Ignore these two, those are bones I added as a test. And then once you have your player skeleton, what you're going to want to do is import the skeleton that you actually want to retarget. The animation you want to retarget. So we're just going to use a Logic Knife skeleton here. Okay, let's make a new scene. Let's try that again. So as I was saying, we want to use the Logic Knife skeleton. Just chose a random animation. I think it's I don't know. All right. Now don't actually turn into bones while it's animated, or it's going to remove the animation, and you're going to be very angry. So what you're going to want to do: place with bones, set as skin pose, import the animation, select the skeleton again, auto key, animation, assume skin pose, disable auto key. Now as you can see, your frame 0 is going to be an A pose, which is required for Rococo to retarget. If you try it without the A pose, you are just going to get a fucked up animation. And then you're going to want to export it. I already have it exported, so I named it cool. Just name it whatever. Let's do this again. Yeah. Make sure it's binary so that Blender can actually read the file. Big animation, all that stuff. I'm sure you know what to do at that point. Alright, once you have that done, make sure you're going to want to import your player skeleton. Which I named Skeleman. It will be small, so just size it up. As you can see, it is rotated the wrong way, so we're going to rotate it this way. If you rotate it the other way, it will break. So do not rotate it by -90. Okay. You're going to want to import the animation that you want to retarget. Boom, right there. Apply all transforms to this one too. Then with your Rococo Studio Live plugin, log in, and then here's the best part. Here's what makes it so easy. You can set up a complete bone list that matches the bones of, whatever skeleton that you have. So, for example, you see all the fingers here are matched. Upper arm twist, neck, the head. You don't need to map these. Player skeleton doesn't have any of these. That's, and then once you have all that set up, just press retarget animation. Easy as that. We're gonna hide skeleton, and now as you can see, we got a retargeting animation, just like that. Oh, this is the Great Sword Knight, huh? Boom. You're not done. You're not done yet. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to export it. FBX, select the objects. Make sure this is set as that. It's gonna be set as that automatically. Apply transform. Disable these. You don't want any of these. Disable that. Apply modifiers. And you're gonna go back here. Just name it. Yeah. I don't know. Just name whatever. Name it something you can remember. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're back. Sorry about that. Just a little bit of a crash that Blender had. So make sure to untick the master. You export. I'm not even gonna bother trying to export again. I already did. So once you have it exported, you're gonna want to go into 3ds Max. You okay, 3ds Max? Okay. Well, I'm going to restart 3ds Max first. I'm not a professional at recording, so I'm just gonna leave this in the video. Alright. Okay, yep. Anyways, back in 3ds Max, you're going to want to import your retargeting animation. Add animation, leave as bones, that's the most important one. Pretty much don't touch any of this. Okay. So as you can see, the skeleton is facing the correct way. However, you do want to rotate him down so he's actually facing the correct way in Anim Studio, which I probably should have said that you need also. So rotate this armature right here. Ooh, no. Set it to angle snap toggle, make it easier on yourself. Rotate the armature, just like that. Skeleton is facing the correct way, and so as you can see, your animation is still here. I'm only going over how to actually retarget and then import it into Anim Studio. Well, into Dark Souls 3, not just in general. So now that you have your skeleton here, with the animation on it, just with your Havoc content tools, you're going to want to export, set everything up, set the skeleton name to master, build rig from selected bones. An easy way to do this, you just select the armature, then you hide it. You select all your bones, and go to export. Create animations, use skeleton. This is from a previous setup, so make sure it's set on frame 1 so that it doesn't take your T pose or your A pose. Set up the root motion in case you have left to right root motion. I would really recommend left to right root motion because it kind of makes your character slide a little bit. Right, the platform right to whatever animation you're trying to replace, or you can make a new one. Sync to root node. You just run configuration. I'm not going to do it here because it's not part of this tutorial. Sure, save changes. If you want to touch up your skeleton, you can just make sure to set the foot targets. You gotta, so you can set them up by, so like a position constraint, set up to like the thigh, the calf, and the foot. Set the rotation controllers, same thing. That's pretty much it. That's how you retarget in Blender, and you import it into 3ds Max for touching up. It's pretty easy. Like I said, may run into some problems, like you see the player is still like he's floating only a little bit. It's actually not that bad, to be honest. Yeah, you can just adjust his position. It's honestly not that bad. Yeah, with some enemies, it'll be kind of jank. But besides that, that's all there is to it. So I hope you enjoyed this really bad video. Hopefully it helps.